An example of compression mechanism is A. Edge runner mill, B. End runner mill, C. Cutter mill, and D. Both A and B. So the correct option is D. Both A and B. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Pharmatech Competitive. Today we will discuss about the equipments used in size reduction process, that is mills. In this video lecture, we will discuss about the following mills, that is ball mill, cutter mill and edge runner and runner mill. So it's a really important topic. So watch the video till the end, and if you are new to our YouTube channel, then do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so you will receive the notifications about our new videos. So let's start the video. So our first subtopic is a ball mill. A ball mill is an example of a comminution method which produces size reduction by both impact and attrition of particles, same as fluid energy mill. Principle. The principle of ball mill is the mixing of feed is achieved by the high energy impact of balls. The energy level of balls are as high as 12 times of the gravitational acceleration. Rotation of base plate provides the centrifugal force to the grinding balls. In a continuously operating ball mill, feed material is fed through the central hole into the drum or shell and moves there along with the grinding media, that is balls. Let us discuss about the construction. The basic parts of ball mill are shell, balls, and mortar. It is also known as pebble mill or tumbling mill. It is consist of a hollow cylindrical shell, that is a drum, containing balls mounted on a metallic frame such that it can be rotated along its longitudinal axis. The axis of a shell may be either horizontal or at a small angle to the horizontal. Mills usually contain balls with many different diameters owning the self-attrition, and this helps to improve the product as large balls tends to break down the coarse feed materials and the smaller balls help to form fine product by reducing the void spaces between the balls. The amount of material in a mill is of considerable importance. The too much feed produces the cushioning effect, and too little causes loss of efficiency and abrasive wear of the mill parts. The factor of greatest importance in the operation of the ball mill is the speed of rotation. At low velocities, balls move with the drum and very little relative movement of balls is achieved. So the size reduction is minimum. At higher angular velocities, the balls are thrown out onto the mill wall by the centrifugal force and no size reduction occurs. At about 2/3 of the critical angular velocity where the centrifuging occurs, a cascading action is produced. By this means, the maximum size reduction occurs by impact of the particles with the balls and by attrition. As we look in the diagram, A is of low velocity, B is of high velocity, and C is of moderate velocity. Ball mill in operation showing the correct cascading action. Let us move towards the working. Several types of ball mill exist. They differ to an extent in their operating principle. They also differ in their maximum capacity of the milling shell, ranging from 0.010 liters for planetary ball mill, mixer mill or vibration ball mill to several hundred liters of horizontal rolling ball mills. The steps involved in the working process of ball mill are as follows. Initial stage. The powder particles are getting flattened by the collision of the balls. It leads to changes in the shapes of individual particles or cluster of particles being impacted repeatedly by the milling balls with a high kinetic energy. Intermediate stage. Significant changes occur in comparison with those in the initial stage. Final stage. Reduction in particle size take place. The microstructure of the particles also appears to be more homogeneous in the microscopic scale than those at the initial and intermediate stages. And completion stage, the powder particles possess an extremely deformed metastable structure. Let us have a look towards advantages of the ball mill. It is suitable for abrasive toxic materials. Particle size less than 10 microns can be obtained. Size can be controlled by controlling the diameter of the balls, and it is suitable for wet and dry grinding. Shape of the final product is circular and no contamination of ball occurs. Disadvantages are: it is difficult to clean, it is a heavy equipment, it is costly, it produces noise, and it is not suitable for sensitive materials. So in third semester, the questions that are likely to be asked are: give the principle and working construction of ball mill for 5 marks, and give the principle of ball mill, write its merits and demerits. So answer will be as same as we have discussed previously. In competitive examination, the questions based on this topic that could be asked are: ball mill works on the principle of A. Impact, B. Attrition, C. Compression, and D. Impact and attrition. So the correct answer is option D. So let us move towards the next mill, that is cutter mill. Cutting reduces the size of solid materials by mechanical action of sharp blades. Cutting is used to break down large pieces of material into the smaller pieces and definite shape suitable for further processing, such as in the preparation of powders and granules. The high shear rates present in the cutter mills are useful in producing a coarse size degree of dried granulations prior to tabulating, used for fibrous crude drugs such as roots, peels, for barks prior to extraction. Next one is compression method. The size reduction by compression can be carried out on a small scale using a mortar and pestle. Edge runner mill and end runner mills are the mechanized forms of mortar and pestle. These machines are of limited use nowadays. The edge runner mill crushes the materials into the fine powders by rotating stones. The edge runner mill consists of two large rotating grinding wheels or stones turning slowly in a large ball. It is the mill in which the material can be crushed or ground in a continuous operation. Edge runner mill. The principle of edge runner mill is: the main mechanism is compression as the object gets compressed between heavy stones and stationary surface. But attrition and impaction is also involved, by which the crushing and grinding of the powder materials takes place. When we look at the construction, it is consists of two heavy rollers and a bed made of stones or granite, which is used for grinding of the materials. The rollers are mounted on the central horizontal shaft and move around the bed in a shallow circular pan. Working of edge runner mill. The material to be milled is fed into the center of the pan and is worked outwards by the action of the wheels. Scrapers are employed in scraping the material constantly from the bottom of the wheel vessels, after which it is fed to the wheel where it gets crushed to powders. The material is ground for a definite period and then it is passed through a sieve to get powder of the required size. An electric motor in the basement provides power for the mill to start the device as used in flour mills. The crushed powder is discharged through outlet at the bottom. Uses or merits of edge runner mill. This mill is used for crushing or grinding various material without the danger of clogging or jamming into the machine. Simple design, greater efficiency, utilizes less power and does not require frequent cleanup and particular adjustment. When we look at demerits, it is required more floor space than other commonly used mills. It is not suitable for sticky materials and this mill produces a lot of noise pollution. Working of end runner mill. The material to be milled is fed into the center of the circular mechanical mortar or pan and is worked outwards by the action of wheels and mill is operated. The pestle rotates against a bed of powders. Mortar revolves at a high speed and causes the pestle to revolve. Scrapers are employed in scraping the material constantly from the bottom of the wheel and are fed back to the wheel where it gets crushed further. Finally, pestle is raised from the mortar manually or automatically to facilitate the emptying and cleaning. Uses or merits of end runner mill. It is used to reduce the fibrous crude drugs to a fine size. It is used for grinding the semi-solid preparations such as ointments and pastes to fine size. It is used for uniform distribution of the contents in viscous dispersion medium. It can be used for both wet and dry grinding of crude drugs. Demerits of end runner mills. It requires more floor space than other commonly used mills. It is not suitable for sticky materials. This mill produces a lot of noise pollution. So, in the third semester examination, the question that can be asked based on this part is, describe the principle with advantages and disadvantages of cutter mill, or describe principal construction working of edge runner mill and end runner mill. So, the answer of the above question should be as we have discussed earlier. In the competitive examination, the question that can be asked is an example of compression mechanism is A. Edge runner mill, B. End runner mill, C. Cutter mill, and D. Both A and B. So the correct option is D. Both A and B.